Hello beautiful souls and welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about how you can avoid buying fake tarot and oracle cards. I have two videos about fake tarot and oracle cards that I bought off of sites like Wish or AliExpress, even eBay. I haven't bought them off Amazon, but I have seen fakes on Amazon now. And on those videos, which I will link up above as well as in the description box below, but in those videos I had so many comments about people who said, oh no, like I just ordered those, I didn't realize they were fake. How do I know if these cards are fake? And a lot of concern over where do you buy real, legit tarot cards? So the main concern over fake tarot and oracle cards is that you are not supporting the artists and the creators of those decks. When you buy the fake cards, you are supporting someone who has stolen the design, stolen the artwork, stolen the ideas of the creator. And that's not fair for the creator. And a lot of the times those fake cards are actually produced in less than stellar working conditions. Okay, you're talking about people who are not paid a living wage. Sometimes it's not even, like a healthy environment to be in. And that's why they can sell these products for so cheap. Okay, first of all, they're against copyright. The ethics of how they are created is brought into question. And then also, just the fact that it's not theirs to sell. So today, I want to talk about how you can find real tarot decks and how you can support the people who have put their energy, both physical and mental and spiritual, into creating these cards. So this video I'm going to focus mostly on online retailers. If you shop for a deck in person, it's a lot easier to tell the difference. Also, a lot of reputable retailers, whether it's a big box store like say a Barnes & Noble's or a Chapters, Indigo, Kohl's, that kind of thing, those will have legit decks because they actually have to do the research about what they're putting on their shelves. Okay. Also, if you go to New Age, occult kind of stores, they are more than likely buying directly from the publisher of those decks. Okay. I'm also not going to touch on Etsy in this video because Etsy has a lot of indie designers. So a lot of people who are making their tarot and oracle cards and putting them out to the world using Etsy as their selling platform to reach a broader audience, okay? So I want to talk more about Amazon, I want to talk about Wish, AliExpress, eBay, those kind of sites, okay? When you are looking for a deal on tarot cards. So the first main tip to avoid buying fake tarot cards is to get off Wish, to get off AliExpress, to get off, was it Banggood? Those sites steal designs from other people, whether it's the tarot cards, whether it's their clothes, whether it's their artisanal products, they are not theirs. There are also a bunch of other websites that do this. A lot of them do it for clothes, but I'm sure there's other ones that sell tarot and oracle cards that I have not discovered yet. Basically, if you see a stock image that is the exact same on every single website, that is a huge red flag because oftentimes the product you get does not look like that, especially for something that looks like it's supposed to be handmade. And then you're like, well, how can you sell a handmade product for such low prices? It's because it's not. If you do a reverse image search on a lot of those, you'll find Etsy shops, you'll find Instagram pages, you'll find all sorts of stuff when you kind of reverse the process of where those images are from. So, first tip to avoid buying fake tarot and oracle cards is get off Wish. Get off knockoff websites that charge way too little for a product. If you're looking at it going, wow, how can you afford to charge so little? That's your first clue. Get off that website. It is not worth your time or energy, okay? So my second tip is to look at the measurements of the deck of cards that you are supposedly getting. Now, I know not all websites have this. Things like Wish will not have it. eBay typically will have those dimensions. So this is a legit box of tarot cards. This is a standard size tarot card, okay? Standard size tarot card. Now, this is my collection of fake cards in here. So if we pull out a fake card, probably should have done ones which had different colors. Hold on. Pulled out 2 black cards, not really intending to, but that's what I did. Okay, so this is the Gilded Tarot. This is the World card. And then this is the Shadowscapes Tarot. And which card did we have? We pulled the 7 of Wands. So if you look at those cards, you can see a considerable size difference, okay? You're talking about a centimeter. That's probably even more than a centimeter. It's probably about 1.5 centimeters and a centimeter. Or if you're in the US, like 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch. Okay, difference in the size of the cards. Now, this isn't true for all cards because some cards are different sizes. You can get mini tarot cards. So instead of just comparing it to a standard size tarot, you can also get jumbo tarot cards. I've seen tarot cards that are like this big. I don't know how you could possibly shuffle them. I've thought about getting them and just like putting them in frames. I thought that would be neat. But anyways, I digress. So check the size of the cards. Whether it is supposed to be a standard size card, which you can get the measurements for online. You can also look up other websites. So if you're looking at cards, say on Amazon, and the first one is, say, $20. Note the size that the deck is supposedly, okay? Also note the box. I'll talk about that in a second. And then when you scroll down and you find a really cheap version of the exact same deck, you're like, oh, why is this one so cheap? It must be on sale. I'm going to buy this. Check the dimension of the cards. If it's claiming to be the same as the other deck, but the cards are a different size, that is a huge tip-off to that not being an authentic deck, okay? I also want to show you an oracle card size comparison. So this is the Moonology deck, which is a very well-known deck and does have many fake versions. And then this is the Energy Oracle cards, okay? And Oracle cards have a huge difference in terms of the size difference. So this is probably 2 centimeters shorter and probably 1.5 centimeters narrower, okay? So again, check the size and the dimensions of the cards. If you don't know, also go to the publisher's website. They will very likely have, whether they are standard cards, you know, even if you go to the publisher's website and you look at like the shipping dimensions of the box, it'll have, you know, some kind of information like that. Like this is a Hay House deck. You can go to Hay House, you can get all sorts of information about this from Hay House, okay? The third, second, I don't know. I'm not even going to number these things, okay? Because I'm just flying here. We're just going to go. Check the packaging of the box. This is my next tip. Check the packaging of the box, okay? This is the Animal Totem Tarot, okay? It comes in this beautiful box. It is a magnetic box. It has a large guidebook, and then the cards are inside, okay? And these are standard size tarot cards, okay? I have no clue where my fake Animal Totem Tarot cards are, but when I bought them, this is the kind of box that they came in. I know this is the Witch's Tarot, but this is the difference in size. This is what the publisher, this is what Lisa Robertson, this is what Eugene Smith, this is what they created, okay? If it comes in a box like this, and you see the images of a box like this, stay away, okay? Again, for oracle cards, a lot of oracle cards come in a box like this. It's hard. Now I know you can't tell if it's hard or not on the website, but they open like this. They have guidebooks inside of them and then the cards, okay? The fake oracle cards come in a box like this. Just a flip top box, okay? Now, that's not to say that all cards that come in these flip top boxes are fake, because like I said, this is a real deck. Now this deck, oh, almost dropped it. This deck, when I bought it, actually came in a larger box because it has a guidebook which is considerably larger than this deck. So this deck, which you can get at big box stores, this one I bought from Chapters, but I'm sure they have it at Indigo, Barnes & Nobles, that kind of thing, okay? This came in a kit called the Easy Tarot Kit. I will link the review up above. But the book is considerably bigger. So when it was on the shelf, it was actually in a box about this size. Not quite as deep, but the overall box was about this size, okay? The next thing to look out for is if the listing says you will receive a PDF for the guidebook or that no guidebook is included, red flag, okay? Most tarot decks will come with a guidebook. Now, this is not true for all of them, okay? I recently unboxed Best Tarot. That does not come with a guidebook. That is an indie deck, does not come with a guidebook. It just has a little insert inside. The Rider Tarot that I have also does not come with a guidebook. A lot of Rider Tarots or Rider-Waite-Smith tarot decks will not come with guidebooks because it is kind of a universally understood system. But if you're looking at a more artistic deck, you know, like an artistic interpretation, like say the Animal Totem Tarot, or if you're looking at, say, the Wildwood Tarot, is another one that's often counterfeit. What other ones? Basically, there's a lot of them out there. There are a lot. I actually think Mystic Mondays is one that comes in a box like this. I don't actually have this deck yet. I've been asked by many people to do a review on it. I will not review this until I get the legitimate version. It's on my wish list, but I don't have it yet, okay? I'm not making money off this YouTube channel. I'm just doing this for fun and for, you know, educational purposes. So when I get this, I will do it. But I do believe that this deck comes just in a box like this. I could be wrong, but again, look it up on the website of the creator. This is made by Grace Duong, and I have no clue if there's a publisher because this just says scan to download guidebook. So this is the Prisma Visions Tarot, fake version obviously. These come in gorgeous packaging. This is nowhere near what the legit version of this deck is. And as we're talking about this deck, I also want you to keep in mind price. This deck I have seen no cheaper than $45. And when I saw it for $45, it was the creator's Instagram and they put it on sale. Okay? Decks like this, they cost money to produce. Especially this deck has like a gilded edging. It's got a really crappy one on the fake version. And I've even seen, I think this one comes with a collector's box that is just absolutely gorgeous. So, or maybe it's a different one by that author. But anyways, check the price, okay? Animal Totem Tarot, again, this retails for $29.99 US. If you see this somewhere for $5.99, it's more than likely fake. Even used versions of this deck are not that cheap. Tarot cards, if they are in good condition, don't really lose their value, okay? I have seen a lot of used Oracle decks, which are still in great condition. You know, the cards aren't bent, but they are open, they've been used. They still have the boxes, they still have the guidebooks. This retails for $24.99 Canadian. And I have seen used Moonology decks sell for anywhere between $15 and $20. And that's a used, legit version. But you can get the fake version for $5. So just keep an eye on the prices, okay? So let me recap so I don't repeat anything. So prices, keep an eye. If it seems too good to be true, probably is. Keep in mind where you're buying it. If you're buying it from Wish or AliExpress, those kind of websites, it's fake. If the packaging seems off, probably is. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, let's talk about eBay for a second, okay? Because eBay does have both legit decks and fake decks. You can buy way too many fake decks on eBay. That's where I got most of my fake decks, because when I bought them, I didn't even know Wish was a thing. I got them on eBay, and then when they got here, I was like, what is this? Like, I thought, naive person that I was when I bought those, I didn't realize they were fake because I didn't know that fake tarot decks existed. Videos like this, content like this did not exist, or I wasn't able to find it. And you know, that's also kind of why I want to put this video out, is because a lot of people don't know. So in order to help spread the word about fake decks and maybe try and help the actual authors and illustrators and creators of these decks, you know, actually make an income from their hard work, I would love it if you could share any of my videos about fake decks, whether it is this video, whether it is buying fake tarot cards, whether it's buying fake oracle cards, or if it's the comparisons that I have done of real versus fake decks. Just to spread the word and get the word out there so that people actually know this is a thing. And it's a downside to this community. So, but going back to eBay, before I get too sidetracked, eBay does have some real decks, okay? A lot of the time, the people who are selling the real decks do not have a lot of them, okay? It's someone who bought this and then didn't want it, so they're trying to sell it. They're selling it potentially used, or it might still be in the package, but they just want to sell it, okay? If the person has 400 copies of the exact same deck, it's like, why do you have that many? You know, start to question that. If it's a one-off thing and it's a more independent kind of shop, perhaps they have all sorts of different kinds of tarot cards and oracle cards, but they don't have lots and lots, like huge inventory of this, okay? You can also buy used decks on eBay. Now, the interesting thing with used decks is that you can have the current mass-produced decks that people just buy, and then they decide that they don't like it, whether they don't like the artwork, whether they just don't, you know, vibe with the deck, whatever. People have reasons to sell them. And so sometimes you can buy individuals, sometimes you can buy lots. I have seen lots of 40 different tarot cards, or oracle cards, or a mixture of both, and perhaps it was someone who was reading professionally and has now given up reading professionally and just wants to do it for themselves, and they don't need all these cards. You know, maybe one day I'll even sell some used cards, because I'm amassing quite a collection so that I can do reviews on this channel. Maybe I'll give them away. Maybe that's what I'll start doing on this channel with cards that I review but I don't necessarily want to use. Maybe I'll give them away here. But anyways, I'm trying to stay focused. You see those. You also see kind of collectibles. So there is a deck that I've been looking for, and it's actually my first tarot deck that I lost in a flood 15 years ago, probably. But that deck now retails, well, not retails, but sells for around $500 because it's not in production anymore. And it's like, oh, I just want that deck, but I'm not spending $500 on it. So you do see a wide price fluctuation because of things like that. And now you might also get cheaper cards that are used if, you know, say the corners are bent, or there might even be a card missing. People do sell that kind of stuff as well, because collectors might want the deck even though it's scuffed or missing a card, or people like me might want to buy those because I use them for artwork. Doesn't matter if the whole deck's there because I'm using it for artwork. But usually those listings are a little more descriptive, a little more, and you can also message the sellers of those ones. Be like, tell me more about this deck, right? So eBay is a little bit of a weird place in terms of what you're buying. You really have to read your descriptions. You really have to look into your sellers to know if you're buying a legit thing on eBay. So now that I've talked about how to not buy fake tarot decks, let's talk about some tips on how to find real tarot decks, okay? There are many, many places online that you can buy real tarot decks. You can buy them on Amazon, but just check who the seller is, okay? I have seen Hay House, I have seen LLewellyn, I have seen the authors of different decks have their own shops. So when you're looking up a deck, like say you're looking up Moonology, look for the shop. Who is selling it? Is Yasmin Boland selling it? Is Hay House selling it? Who is selling it? It might also be an occult shop, a New Age shop that has a physical location but also sells on Amazon. So just look into the shop. Look to see who is selling it, okay? If it's some weird shop that also sells, you know, reusable straws and gloves and other random things, be wary of that, right? So Amazon, you can buy them from Amazon. You can also go to the publisher's websites. Hay House has a website. They sell their decks. I have bought from Hay House before. I've done an unboxing on this channel from Hay House. You can buy from the big box store websites. You can, you know, Chapters and Indigo, that's the same kind of entity here in Canada. They have a website. You can buy these. I'm pretty sure Barnes & Noble ships. Let's see, what is the publisher of this one? This is LLewellyn. I'm pretty sure you can buy stuff on the LLewellyn website. There's also Rockport Publishing. There is, who else has made them? There's so many others that made them. Look into the deck, research it, okay? Find the publisher, find the artist, find the illustrators, look into their websites and buy from their websites, okay? Websites like Hay House have deals all the time. As I'm filming this video, I believe they have 25% off. I could be wrong, it could be over. It's almost Black Friday, okay? They will have sales. Hay House has stocking stuffer sales around Christmas time. Last year they had decks on for like $10. That's why I bought a couple. I have also successfully bought tarot cards from Zulily. Again, I did an unboxing from them. Now, they don't always have tarot cards, so you have to check back. I think right now they only have one deck, whereas when I bought, they had multiples. It just depends on the deal they're working with the different companies at the time. Where else can you buy them? You can buy them from the Book Depot. You can buy them from Book Outlet. Like, there's a lot of book websites that are kind of like big brands. They quite often have tarot cards as well. You can also go to Etsy if you want an indie deck. Now, if you find, say, a Hay House deck on Etsy, I'd be a little concerned. But if you are buying a deck created by someone and it's that person's shop, support that, okay? I know my friend Moonmoth Goddess sells her oracle cards on her Etsy shop. I think V from V11 Crystal sells on Etsy. Let's see, there's a beautiful mermaid deck that I have been wanting. Dame Darcy, I think is what the creator's name is. You know, they have their own shops. They sell on Etsy. So you can go there. Just make sure you're buying the creation from the person in the shop and not a mass-produced one from Etsy. Okay. Where else? You can also look up New Age occult kind of shops. So I've got a couple here in my local area that also have online websites, especially right now with COVID and all of that. They have curbside pickup, and a lot of places have actually started offering delivery as well. So maybe your local shop has the deck that you want and they will deliver it to you, or will do curbside pickup, or whatever. You don't actually have to go out shopping. So I think that is all the tips that I had about how to not buy a fake tarot deck and how to buy a real one. If there's anything I have forgotten or overlooked or just didn't mention, I want this to be a discussion, so please contribute in the comments below. I love when you guys share your information because there's things that I don't think about that other people might have either experienced or just thought of. I really appreciate it when you guys let me know and start the conversation down in the comments. But as you can tell, I am losing my light. It is now 4 o'clock, and the benefit of living in the foothills of the mountains is that it gets dark really early. So the sun is setting. I'm going to go. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Bye.